Okay, time for another screencast, and this time I'm actually recording on my Linux computer. I got my external USB sound card working with Linux, finally. So I'm gonna prove it by just open the sound preferences here, and it is Scarlett 2i4. And it's also here, both input and output are set to Scarlett. So I've been running a course. I'm already logged in, the ethical hacking course. So in this course, the goal of the labs are to take flags, just like in a capture the flag competition. And I have actually gotten down to this 2362E5. So I can see here in the group for that flag, I'm not going to show post-exploitation info, I don't want to spoil anything, but as you can see, I'm the only one who took it. So, just to see that I'm not joking around here, let's see that flag, 14CE. So there should be more people who took that one. At least more than one. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people who took that one. So I'm not going to spoil anything about how to take the flags. Instead, I'm just going to say I used the Metasploit framework a lot in this course. And there are many different tools that can be used, but Metasploit is pretty cool, and most of the things that can be done with other tools can also be done with Metasploit. For instance, the payloads in Metasploit are in a separate, can also be run as a separate binary called msfvenom. For instance, here I can create, with this command, I can create a reverse bind shell. So this could be used in, for instance, if, let's say I had run Metasploit and had connected to a victim, but I didn't have, like now, a full SSH connection. Instead, for instance, there could be a firewall blocking, so I had to do a reverse connection. Then I could copy. No, I could first. I have to create the reverse shell, and it's actually 64-bit. I can check the IP. Ethernet 0 here. Here's my IP number on my local network right now. And let's use port 4444. Alright, this is not the one I was thinking about. I want this one, the reverse TCP. Because in my use case here, I'm gonna connect from the victim computer back to my computer. So I'm gonna set lhost to my computer, and I'm gonna run this binary rev. I'm just gonna call it rev.macho. I'm gonna upload it to my target computer, my victim computer, and then run it. So it's 17K large. And how do I get it on to my victim computer? Well, let's say we can pretend here on the victim that I had used Metasploit in some way, and I am able to connect out, but I can't connect from my laptop to the victim computer. Then I can from here copy over the binary, or maybe I first copy it, rev, to my root directory. That works. So if I now run this binary, it should connect back to my computer at port 4444. And to make this work, I have to have something that takes picks up this connection on port 4444, so I can start a netcat listener on port 4444. And I run the binary, and now this binary should connect, if I wrote the IP number correctly, to here. Did it work? Yes, it did. And now I have a pretty crappy shell. The up arrow doesn't work, and the sure doesn't work to do something in screen or tmux session. So how can I get it to work? Well, there are actually some ways to get it to work. For instance, I can create a reverse shell like this, and the port number different from 4444. And now I connect out from the victim to my computer, and of course it didn't work. It should have worked. Will not be like it because it's not terminal. Something went wrong. Okay, now so we have a problem. If I press Ctrl C here, the whole connection will go down. Yep. So I have to restart it and do it again. So SSH didn't really work because this isn't a real TTY. So if you go to this page, upgrading simple shells to fully interactive TTYs, there are some different ways to do it. For instance, with this Python command, with the PTI module. Let's try to just run that one. I got a prompt. Let's see if the SSH, reverse SSH command works now. Yep, now it worked. So now, if I open a new tab, I should be able to SSH to the victim. No, I can't, because I imagine there is a firewall here, but I can connect to port 1234, I think it was 1234, on localhost. And it will do a reverse connection, so it will be initiated from the victim and go through the firewall. If there we can imagine there is an imaginary firewall here. Okay, so now I'm here, and now things like tmux and friends will work. And from here I can start a reverse shell, another port. And now I want to make sure this doesn't die. So I'm going to call a script that just writes a dot once a minute. So this session stays alive. Detach. And now I can log out. And I can kill this session. Log out again. Kill everything. Kill that one. I've killed everything. And let's see. Do I have a reverse tunnel on port 5555 running on tmux? Detach tmux on the victim. Nope. I killed the reverse tunnel too. Okay, that was too bad. It was because it was a shared connection. Okay. So if I had used another way to connect instead of SSH, it would have worked, because I set up SSH to use shared connections. Okay, let's use another. No. I wonder if netcat is running over here. netcat is here, and does -e work? No, it doesn't work. Okay, so connect back and create a command shell via SSH. I wonder what that does. Okay, let's say I'm not logged into the victim. I just have a netcat. How can I simulate that? I can SSH the victim, start a tmux, and start a netcat from there. Reverse netcat. Okay, and what does that do? It connects to port 6666 on my remote computer. So let's see what happens. And I run this strange command. And from this computer I have to bind port 6666. Run this command. Okay, now it has connection. Now I can detach from here. I'm logged out, and this should still be hanging to the tmux session. And okay, that works. But I don't have a TTY. So let's try the magic TTY. This one. Okay, first run this one to get some kind of half TTY session. This is not the full. I can run ls and I got colors, but up arrow doesn't work, Control C doesn't work, it doesn't work to go to the beginning of the line with Control A and so on. Now this magic, Control Z, I'm back. Now at not my computer but at my laptop. What happened now? Foreground. See, foreground was invisible because I did some STTY thing. Now in the reverse shell I run reset. Okay, something happened. Let's try that command too. It worked, but the width was not okay. So how wide is my... I think it's about 135 times rows, 33 times 135. I think I checked, but that was without tabs. Okay, that's better. And I can detach again. And now I have a fully working, with up arrow working and Control A working and so on. Control E to go to the end of the line over netcat. Yes. Okay, that's all for today. So the thing was to investigate some msfvenom commands, which is the standalone version of the thing that generates payload in Metasploit.